Struggling to get that raise, date or dream opportunity because you're too afraid to ask? In this video, discover the exact blueprint to master asking and get whatever you want, starting today. Welcome to Audiobook World, where we deliver self-improvement masterclasses like The Art of Asking. You'll uncover 3 game-changing takeaways: how to craft irresistible requests that spark instant yeses, shatter fear of rejection forever, and unleash ripple effects that transform your career and relationships. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more blueprints. Use chapter markers below to jump straight to any of the 12 chapters your breakthrough awaits. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, waves crashing wildly before you. Your heart pounds as you realize the tide holds the key to everything you've ever desired: wealth, love, success. But it demands one thing: your voice. What if I told you that the greatest power you possess isn't in your hands, but in the words you dare to speak? Right now, in this moment, you're about to unlock the art of asking, the hidden skill that turns whispers into thunder, turning no into the life you crave. Lean in, listener. Your transformation begins here. Chapter 1. The Silent Thief. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this: a dimly lit room at midnight, rain tapping against the window like impatient fingers. A man sits alone at his desk, staring at a blank screen, his fingers hovering over the keyboard. He's crafted the perfect email, a plea for the promotion he's earned through sleepless nights and quiet sacrifices. But as the cursor blinks, a shadow creeps in, cold and whispering, "What if they laugh? What if they say no?" He deletes the draft, line by line, until nothing remains. The rain falls harder, and opportunity slips away into the night, silent as a thief in the dark. That man, he's you, he's me. He's every one of us who's ever let fear steal what's rightfully ours. Welcome to the first truth of this journey. Silence is the greatest robber of dreams. Feel that ache in your chest? That's the weight of unspoken words piling up over years, turning bold visions into faded regrets. I've seen it in the eyes of friends who watched others climb ladders they could have scaled first. One friend, Elena, a brilliant graphic designer, spent months perfecting a portfolio that could have landed her dream agency gig. She rehearsed her pitch in the mirror, heart racing with possibility. But at the networking event, surrounded by decision-makers, her voice caught in her throat. She smiled politely, exchanged cards, and walked away empty-handed. Months later, she learned the spot went to someone bolder, someone who simply opened their mouth and asked. Elena's talent gathered dust while another's voice unlocked doors. That night, staring at her untouched sketches, she wept, not for the job, but for the thief inside her that had won again. This isn't just a story, it's the human condition laid bare. We live in a world that celebrates the doers, the hustlers, the self-made legends who seem to conjure success from thin air. But peel back the myths, and you'll find a trail of questions asked in quiet moments of courage. The entrepreneur who built an empire? She asked a stranger for her first investor meeting over coffee. The athlete who shattered records? He begged his coach for extra dorm sessions when no one else would. Silence didn't forge them, it nearly broke them. And yet so many of us choose it, wrapping ourselves in the illusion that waiting long enough will deliver what we crave. It won't. Silence doesn't negotiate. Let me take you deeper into why this thief operates so undetected. Imagine your desires as seeds planted in fertile soil, ideas, ambitions, connections waiting to sprout. Silence is the drought that withers them before they break ground. Psychologically, it's wired into us from childhood. The sting of a teacher's dismissal, the sting of a parent's sigh, the playground rejection that taught us vulnerability, invites pain. Our aunts, those clever protectors, build walls of hesitation to shield us from hurt. But those walls become prisons. Studies from social scientists show that unasked opportunities outnumber seized ones tenfold. People around you hold keys to jobs, advice, love, resources, but they won't hand them over unless invited. You're surrounded by abundance, yet starving in silence. Think of Marcus, a single father I once knew, scraping by in a dead-end warehouse job. His boss praised his work ethic daily, but Marcus never uttered the words, "I've got ideas to streamline this line. Can we talk?" Fear painted pictures of ridicule, of being labeled pushy. One evening, after tucking his kids in, he watched a documentary on innovators. A simple line hit him: "Fortune favors the audible." The next morning, trembling, he asked, not for a raise, but for a chance to prove himself. Within weeks, he led a team. Income doubled. Life transformed. Marcus didn't change his skills. He silenced the thief. His story isn't rare. It's the blueprint waiting for you. Now, breathe that in. Feel the shift. The core idea here isn't about begging or groveling. It's reclaiming your voice as the architect of possibility. Asking isn't a sign of weakness. It's the declaration of worth. When you withhold your request, you're not protecting your dignity. You're surrendering it to doubt. Picture your life as a grand canvas, strokes of color representing chances taken. Silence leaves it blank, a ghost of what could be. But the first ask, that's the bold splash of red, the spark that ignites the masterpiece. It announces to the universe, I exist, I matter, I claim my share. Reflect on your own silent thefts, that business idea you shelved without pitching to a mentor, the favor from a friend left unsaid, straining the bond over time, the feedback from a colleague that could have sharpened your edge, each one a heist, pulling pieces of your potential into the shadows. But here's the awakening. The thief has no power without your permission. Right now, in this moment, you're witnessing its eviction notice. Awareness is the first eviction, shining light on the dark corners where fear hides. Let me paint a vivid scene to embed this truth. You're at a bustling marketplace, stalls overflowing with treasures, ripe fruits of opportunity, shimmering jewels of connection. Vendors call out, eager to trade. But you wander past, head down, hands in pockets, convinced you don't deserve a sample. Meanwhile, others haggle, taste, walk away laden. That's your inner marketplace. Daily encounters brimming with yeses, disguised as questions. The barista who could comp your coffee, if asked nicely. The stranger with directions that lead to serendipity. The partner holding the love you need, waiting for your honest plea. Silence starves you amid feasts. Emotionally, this realization stirs something primal, a mix of grief for what's lost and fire for what's possible. Grief because we've all mourned dreams in quiet corners. Fire because the power to ask lives in your throat, ready to roar. It's not about volume, it's about intention. A whisper laced with authenticity cuts deeper than a shout born of desperation. Start seeing every interaction as a vault holding your fortunes. The key, your willingness to turn it. As we stand at this foundation, consider the quiet revolution beginning within you. You've felt the thief's fingerprints on your life, the cold absence where boldness should reign. But foundations aren't built in a day. They're laid with intention. This chapter arms you with the why. Silence robs, because it denies the world your presence. You've taken the first step acknowledging the crime scene. Yet a question lingers, doesn't it? If silence is the thief, what cage have we built around our asks, pretending strength lies in solitude? That myth awaits us next, ready to shatter. Lean in. The journey deepens. Chapter 2. The myth of self-sufficiency. Envision a solitary eagle, soaring high above jagged peaks, wings cutting through fierce winds, embodying raw independence. It dives for prey, survives alone, a symbol of unyielding strength. Now watch closer. That eagle tires, circles back to the nest where its kin wait, sharing the hunt's bounty. Even the king of skies knows isolation breeds downfall. You've been sold the same lie, that true power means standing alone, fists clenched, refusing a hand. But what if I told you that myth is the chain holding your greatest triumphs captive? Feel the weight lift as we dismantle it now. Independence isn't solitude. It's the courage to lean in. This chapter pierces the heart of a deception woven into our culture's fabric. Self-sufficiency whispers that asking reveals cracks in your armor, that real warriors forge paths without aid. Movies glorify the Lone Ranger riding into sunsets. Books praise the bootstrap puller who needed no one. Yet history whispers back. Every legend stood on shoulders of those who said yes to a request. The quiet inventor in his garage? He asked a neighbor for scrap metal. The healer who cured thousands? She begged libraries for forgotten texts. The myth crumbles under truth's gaze. Alone, we crawl. Connected, we soar. You're not weak for needing. You're human for reaching. Let that sink into your bones. Picture Sarah, a baker in a sleepy town. Her pies legendary, but her shop barely afloat. Pride kept her stocking shelves solo, turning away offers of help. I can do this myself, she'd mutter, muscles aching, dreams fading. One dawn, exhausted, she knocked on the farmer next door. Your apples make magic in my crust. Could we trade for a steady supply? His grin opened not just orchards, but markets, suppliers, a thriving community. Sarah's pies fed festivals. Her business bloomed, not from grit alone, but from shattering the myth. Her story mirrors yours, talent trapped until the ask freed it. Why does this illusion grip so tight? Dive into the psyche. From toddlerhood we're praised for big boy feats, shamed for cries of need. Society amplifies it. Social media flaunts curated solos, hiding the unseen hands. But evolution designed us interdependent. Tribes thrived on shared fire, shared stories. Isolation signals danger to our primal brains, spiking stress, clouding judgment. Science echoes. Collaboration boosts innovation 30-fold per team studies. Your brain lights up in sync with others, creativity exploding. Self-sufficiency starves that fire, asking fans it to inferno. Feel the emotional tide turning? Grief for years spent, solitary struggling, joy at bridges waiting to build. Reflect on your own fortress, the project you muscled through, burning midnight oil, when a colleague's insight could have halved the toil. The goal you chased in secret, missing allies eager to join. That myth didn't protect you, it exhausted you. Now imagine life as a vast tapestry. Your thread alone frays woven with others. It endures storms. Asking isn't dependence. It's mastery of the human web. You hold the needle, thread it boldly. Take Javier, an aspiring musician busking empty streets. He composed symphonies in silence, convinced genius needed no audience. Hunger gnawed until he approached a cafe owner. Your spot draws souls, may I play evenings splitting tips? One song hooked patrons, tips flowed, gigs followed. A label signed him. Javier's notes didn't change, his willingness to entwine did. From street corners to stages, the myths shatter unlocked symphonies. Yours waits the same fate. Solo notes echo hollow, harmony resounds eternal. Emotionally, this truth stirs a profound release, like shedding heavy armor after battle. You've armored against vulnerability, but it weighed you down. Asking invites flow. give and receive in sacred exchange. Spiritually, it's alignment with life's pulse. Rivers merge to oceans, stars cluster in galaxies. Solitude pretends godhood, connection honors it. Pause and feel. Who in your orbit holds the missing piece? The mentor with maps, the friend with fuel, the stranger with spark. The myth blinded you. Now eyes open to abundance. Build this awareness into action. List 3 needs whispering today. A skill share, a resource lend, a listening ear. Feel the resistance. That's the myth clawing back. Counter it. Every empire rose on asks. The tech titan who queried coders in forums. The activist who rallied quiet voices. Your self-sufficiency tale ends here. Embrace the pack, the circle, the net. Strength multiplies in union. Dreams actualize through others' yeses. As sunlight pierces dawn clouds, so does this revelation illuminate your path. You've toppled the cage of false independence, stepping into relational power. Satisfaction blooms. You're not alone in the arena. Yet curiosity stirs. If connection unlocks doors, what hidden forces in the mind turn those keys to yes? That psychology beckons next, promising secrets to make your asks irresistible. Chapter 3. The Psychology of Yes. Picture a single spark in pitch-black night, flickering hesitantly before igniting a bonfire that warms a circle of weary travelers. That glow isn't just light, it's euphoria, a rush of belonging that binds them closer. Now imagine your ask as that spark, not a demand, but an invitation to share in the flame. What if the secret to unlocking endless yeses lies not in persuasion's force, but in the hidden wiring of the human heart? Feel the electricity building as we decode it. The psychology of yes isn't magic. It's the blueprint to turn strangers into allies, dreams into reality. Your mind and theirs is about to align. This chapter unveils the invisible currents steering every decision, the neural dance that makes yes feel like destiny. At our core, humans crave connection more than conquest. A yes isn't compliance, it's communion. When someone agrees, their brain floods with dopamine, that golden elixir of reward, painting your request as a gift they've chosen, but knows they stem from defense, not disdain, shields against overwhelm or uncertainty. The mastery begins here. Craft your ask to bypass those shields, lighting the path to mutual joy. You're not manipulating, you're harmonizing with nature's rhythm. Let the truth settle deep. Recall Lila, a teacher drowning in ungraded papers, her passion fading under the load. She approached the principal not with a complaint, but eyes alight. Your leadership inspires our kids. Imagine if we teamed up on a grading workshop. You'd shine as the innovator who boosted our scores. His yes came swift, dopamine surging for both as they co-created success. Lila's burden lifted, his legacy grew. She didn't beg, she offered elevation. That exchange reveals the core. People say yes to feel valued, to step into heroism through your lens. Delve deeper into the mind's architecture. Mirror neurons fire when we see others thrive, urging us to join. Frame your ask as their victory, a bridge to purpose. Evolutionary roots amplify this in ancient tribes. Yeses built villages, nos guarded scarce resources. Today, busyness mimics scarcity, so time your spark when they're open, not besieged. Subtle cues matter. Genuine enthusiasm syncs heart rates, building subconscious trust. Science from behavioral labs confirms reciprocity's pull is primal. Give a nod of admiration first, and yes follows like echo. Feel that inner shift, the awe at your influence. It's empowering, almost sacred, tapping into shared humanity. Reflect on missed sparks, the co-worker who could have mentored you, If you'd said, "Your insights light up meetings, guide me through this puzzle," or the vendor holding discounts, awaiting your appreciative nudge. These aren't transactions, they're soul syncs. Spiritually, yes, weaves the fabric of existence. Planets orbit in consent, ecosystems balance in give-take. Your asks honor that divine flow, drawing others into abundance. Meet Tomas, a fledgling chef in a city of critics' pots, simmering with untried recipes. Solo, he starved for feedback. Then, at market, he beamed at a food blogger. Your reviews awaken palates, taste this fusion, and tell the world if it sings. Her yes not only validated, but viralized his dishes, tables filling overnight. Tomas's flavors didn't evolve alone. Her joy in discovery propelled them, from empty stove to bustling bistro. Psychology turned potential to power. Your palate awaits similar feasts. Serve the spark. Emotionally, this knowledge stirs quiet revolution. No longer victim to whims, but architect of alignment. Gratitude swells for the brain's generosity, designed for yes when invited rightly. Pause, breathe, envision your next interaction laced with this wisdom. The colleague with expertise, your mastery transforms teams. Lend it to my challenge. The friend with time, your presence heals. Join me for this walk. Watch defenses melt, bonds deepen. This isn't technique, it's awakening to the yes within us all. Build momentum now. Practice the triad. Admire their strength. Offer shared win. Invite gently. Test it today. Small stakes. Sharpen the skill. Feel resistance. Fade as biology bends toward connection. Universally, this transcends borders. A farmer in fields, a CEO in towers, all pulse to the same rhythm. Your voice, tuned to this psychology, becomes a conductor's baton, orchestrating symphonies of support. As embers glow steady, warming the night, so does this revelation steady your spirit. You've mapped the mind's secret paths to yes, feeling its pull like gravity. Fulfillment rises. You hold the spark. Yet wonder beckons. Armed with this power, how do you forge the arrow that flies true? The craft of the perfect ask sharpens next, ready to pierce any heart. Chapter 4. Crafting the perfect ask. Imagine an archer in the hush of dawn, bow drawn taut against a golden horizon, arrow nocked with lethal precision. One breath, one release, and the target quivers, pierced clean through. Now see your words as that arrow forged not in fury, but in clarity's fire. Too blunt, it glances off. Too vague, it wanders lost. But perfect, it lands home, every time. What if the difference between wandering pleas and triumphant yeses hid in the shape of your request? Grip your bow tighter, listener. We're forging your arrow now, hewn sharp, destined to fly true. This chapter breathes life into the art's sharpest tool, the ask sculpted with surgical grace. Forget scattershot begging. The perfect ask is a laser-specific, vivid, urgent, laced with mutual fire. It paints the picture, names the need, promises the glow. Vague whispers like, "Can you help?" dissolve in winds of distraction. Precision commands attention, igniting imagination. You're not throwing darts blind, you're engineering inevitability. Feel the craftsman's thrill rise. This is where intention becomes weapon. Let truth carve deep. Meet Nora, a writer starving for exposure, manuscripts moldering in drawers. She emailed editors with, "Read my story," crickets echoed back. Then, rebirth. Picture a tale of lost sailors finding forbidden shores. Your readers crave adventure. Will you feature my 5,000-word excerpt in next month's issue, driving subs with its hook? One editor bit. Pages flew off shelves. Deals cascaded. Nora's words didn't change. Their frame did. From fog to beacon. Her ascent teaches, specificity summons reality. Unpack the anatomy. First, the what. Crystal, exact, no room for guesswork. Lend a hand floats. Review these 3 slides for my pitch tomorrow lands. Why anchors it your story's pulse, stirring empathy. This closes my funding gap, freeing me to scale impact. Win seals it, their harvest. Your feedback sharpens my edge, boosting your network's shine. Urgency tempers steel. By noon, before deadlines clash, blend these, and resistance crumbles. Science nods. Cognitive ease favors the clear, brain-conserving energy for yes. Feel the alchemy stir within. It's intimate, almost holy. Words as creation spark. Reflect on your blurred arrows. The favor mumbled to kin, lost in daily den. The opportunity pitched half-formed, fading unheard. Those weren't failures, they were unsharpened blades. Now envision life sharpened. Negotiations crisp, bonds fortified, paths cleared. Spiritually, this mirrors prayer's focus, intent distilled, draws divine reply. Your voice, honed, becomes universe's echo. Witness Raj, mechanic with genius fixes, garage dim from unseen skill. Customers grumbled waits. He stayed silent. Pivot came to a fleet owner. Your truck's idle too long, costing $500 weekly. My diagnostic tweak cuts it 40%. Test on 2 rigs this week. See savings firsthand. Fleet yesed. Contracts swelled. Town buzzed. Raj wrenches gleamed same. His ask blazed new. From shadows to spotlight, craft turned craft into empire. Your tools await same polish. Emotionally, this mastery floods with sovereignty. No longer at mercy of moods, but director of destinies. Gratitude blooms for language's power, vessel of will. Pause, craft one now, in mind. To boss, peer, love. Taste its edge. Share your strategy wisdom on this report. Your input catapults us both by quarter's end. Resistance? Merely habits echo. Practice forges fluency. Small targets build archer's eye. Universally, from boardrooms to hearths, precision transcends. Mother seeking child's truth. Leader rallying vision. Deepen the forge. Layer sensory vividness. Don't say idea, evoke storm of innovation sweeping your team. Personalize you with your trailblazing vision. Time it, post-win, when dopamine flows. Deliver with calm fire, eyes locked, voice steady. Rehearse till it sings from soul, not script. This isn't formula, it's flow state, intuition guided by structure. Your arrows multiply, emails etched, calls charged. Whispers waited. As the archer lowers bow, target claimed, so do you claim command. Satisfaction surges. You've forged the perfect ask, felt its lethal grace. Fulfillment anchors here, yet hunger grows. Weapon in hand, what fortress of fear still bars the shot? Overcoming that barrier rises next. Unlocking unerring aim. Chapter 5. Overcoming the fear barrier. Feel the chill of iron chains wrapping your wrists in a storm-lashed dungeon, each link forged from whispered doubts, pulling you back from the door cracked open to freedom. Your heart thunders, breath shallow, as a voice inside snarls, step out and they'll mock you, shatter you. But look, the guard averts his eyes, the key dangles within reach. One tug, and the barrier crumbles to rust. That dungeon, it's your fear, the final sentinel blocking every bold ask. Right now, as thunder rolls, seize that key. We're shattering chains together. Feel the first link snap. This chapter confronts the beast at the gate. Fear, that primal spectre painting every request with catastrophe. It's not cowardice, it's survival's echo, evolved to shield from tribal exile. Yet in modern life, It barricades abundance, turning potential yeses into self-inflicted no's. The truth burns bright. Fear thrives in shadows of avoidance, starves in light of action. We'll map its tricks, forge your hammer, and swing. By journey's end, you'll stride fear's corpse, voice liberated. This is your emancipation. Let reality grip you. Think of Clara, a nurse with a vision for patient gardens, healing green spaces amid concrete wards. Ideas bloomed in her mind, but fear chained her. Visions of superiors scoffing, dreamer, not doer. Months passed, patience wilted. One shift, mid-chaos. She cornered the director. Our folks need nature's balm. Your vision could plant it. Approve my weekend volunteer crew. Tremors shook her, but words flew. Yes came, gardens flourished. Her career bloomed. Clara's skill waited, fear delayed. Her hammer, exposure's swing, unravel the beast's weave. Fear amplifies worst cases, rejection as apocalypse, when truly it's a fleeting sting, forgotten by lunch. Neuroscience reveals amygdala hijacks reason, flooding cortisol, freezing limbs. But repetition rewires. Each ask desensitizes like calluses on hands. Start micro, request a store sample, then escalate. Track it. Journal pre-fear pulse. Post, ask, calm. Patterns emerge, no's rare, yeses rewarding. Growth, inevitable. Spiritually, fear mocks faith. Action affirms it. Universe responding to motion. Feel the chains loosen, breath deepen. Liberation stirs awe at fear's fragility. Recall your barricades, the unspoken raise, heart-pounding meetings away. The ignored invitation, loneliness compounding. Those weren't defeats, unhammered walls. Now picture life unchained, conversations electric, risks relished, growth geometric. Emotionally, its rebirth, grief for lost time, yields to fire of fearlessness. Pause, inventory, 5 past fears faced, no matter small, each victory a link broken. Enter Diego, teacher eyeing principalship. Lessons gold, but voice mute. Fear sketched demotion, isolation. Nights, he'd rehearse alone. Breakthrough, faculty lounge, casual, your mentorship shaped me, shadow your day, learned leadership live, sweat beaded, but ask landed, shadow led to endorsement, role secured. Diego's wisdom endured, barrier fell. From classroom to helm, overcoming birth, command. Your shadows hold similar crowns, hammer ready. Deepen the forge. Visualize success, pre-ask. Feel the yeses warmth. Hear applause, anchor physiology. Deep breaths, lower cortisol. Posture, tall signals, strength to self. Reframe, rejection. Intelligence, not indictment. Data for refinement. Surround with warriors. Share fears aloud. Their echoes normalize. Daily write. Mirror gaze. Declare I ask. I thrive. Ritual builds neural highways, bypassing dread. Universally, from artists bearing souls to leaders wagering legacies, fear yields to first steps. Emotionally, this hits sacred. Fear once tyrant, now teacher humbled, harnessed. Gratitude surges for its lessons, now fuel. Test now, I one barrier today. A call, a query. Feel quake, welcome it. Swing through. Multiplied asks compound courage, like muscles under load. Your voice, once muffled, roars symphony. This barrier's fall unlocks realms, personal, profound. As chains dissolve into dawn's light, freedom floods your veins. You've slain the sentinel, tasted unbound power. Peace settles, power rises. Yet deeper realms call. With fear vanquished, how does asking infuse love's tender core? Relationships await, hearts open next. Chapter 6. Asking in relationships. Imagine two lovers on a fog-shrouded bridge at twilight, hands brushing yet hearts miles apart, silence thickening like the mist between them. She longs for his gaze to linger. He craves her unspoken trust. But words stay locked, driftwood floating past unclaimed. Then one whispers through the haze, "Draw me nearer. I've missed the warmth of you." Arms entwine, fog lifts, stars witness reunion. That bridge, it's every bond you've cherished or lost. What if asking wasn't demand, but the lantern-piercing relational dark? Feel the mist part now. In love's sacred soil, asks are roots that bind souls eternal. This chapter cradles the heart's most tender arena, relationships where vulnerability blooms or withers. Here, asking transcends transaction, its soul-bearing, the bridge from isolation to intimacy. We guard needs behind pride's walls, fearing exposure as weakness, yet true connection demands the opposite, honest pleas that invite reciprocity. Families mend, friendships deepen, romances reignite when voices venture forth. You're not imposing, you're offering partnership in growth. Feel the warmth spread. This is where asking weaves unbreakable threads. Let intimacy unfold. Consider Maya and Liam, married a decade, orbits diverging like weary planets. Evenings passed in parallel silences, resentment simmering unspoken. Maya broke veil one night. "Your laughter lights my world. Dance with me slow. Reclaim our rhythm." Liam's yes wasn't duty. It was revival, steps sinking, stories spilling, passion reborn. Their home pulsed anew, not from grand gestures, but one vulnerable ask. Maya's courage didn't weaken her. It fortified their universe. Your bonds echo this, starved for such sparks. Probe the essence. Relationships thrive on emotional reciprocity. Unasked needs fester into canyons, voiced ones bridge with care. Psychologically, attachment theory whispers secure bonds form through bids met, nighty asks like, "Listen to my day," building trust fortresses. Spiritually, it's divine mirroring. As waters seek level, hearts align through shared flow. Hesitation stems from old wounds, past dismissals echoing, but fresh asks rewrite scripts. Frame gently, own your feeling, invite their gift. "I've felt adrift, your wisdom grounds me, share it now." Feel connections glow, kindle inside. It's profound, stirring memories of gaps, the siblings' wisdom withheld, friendship faded from unvoiced invites, the parents' guidance untapped, legacy lost. Those voids ache, but heal through voice. Envision ties vibrant, dinners deepened by reveal your hidden joy, conflicts dissolved by help me see your heart. Emotionally, it's liberation. Love no longer guessed, but grown together. Pause, sense one relation parched today. Your words water it. Meet Elena, lifelong friends with Sophia, drifts widening post-college, texts sparse. Elena yearned for old fires, but silence ruled. Gathering nerve at cafe, your spirit fueled my boldest days, rekindle it over monthly adventures. Sophia's embrace sealed pact, hikes healing, secrets surfacing, sisterhood eternal. Elena's outreach didn't impose, it resurrected. From echoes to embrace, asking mended fabric. Your circle holds similar salvations. Extend the lantern, deepen the dance. Distinguish ask from demand. Infuse gratitude. Your presence transforms me. Gift it freely, time wisely. Calm harbors, not storms. Listen post-ask. Their response reveals depth, Celebrate small yeses, fueling loops of openness. In families, try share your dreams fire. I yearn to fan it. Romances, hold my fears close. Your strength shelters. Friendships, witness my growth. Your cheers propel. Universally, from elders' hearths to lovers' lairs, asks nurture nests. Emotionally, this resonates eternal. Relationships as life's poetry, asks the stanzas that rhyme souls. Gratitude swells for companions' hidden reservoirs, now tapped. Practice whispers today, soft, sincere. Watch walls melt. Intimacy cascade. Your voice becomes love's architect, building empires of belonging. Sacred exchange, give, asks, receive grace. As twilight yields to starlit clarity, bonds illuminate your world. You've kindled relational lanterns, felt intimacy's embrace. Serenity blooms, longing fulfilled, yet vast arenas beckon. Beyond hearts, how do asks forge fortunes in ambition's forge? Business awaits, bold requests rising next. Chapter 7. The Business of Bold Requests. Visualize a lone prospector in the shadow of towering mountains, pickaxe idle in calloused hands, gold veins glinting just beyond his reach. But fear whispers retreat, then, eyes fierce, he strides to the mining baron's tent. Your rigs unearth fortunes, my claims untapped, quartz promises double yield, partner for the haul. Hands clasp, dynamite booms, riches flood. That tent, every boardroom, every inbox where empires ignite. In business's brutal arena, bold asks aren't gambles, they're gunpowder. Feel the spark catch now. Your venture's vein awaits the strike. This chapter storms ambition's Colosseum. Business, where asks catapult from seed to skyscraper. Solo grind yields scraps, strategic pleas, summon capital, allies, breakthroughs, gatekeepers hoard resources, but crave visionaries who pitch partnership, not pity. Preparation is your powder keg. Scout terrain, personalize blasts, ignite with win-win fuses, no's forge resilience, yeses build dynasties. You're not supplicant, you're catalyst. Confidence surges, this is wealth's forge, hammer yours. Let fortunes fire, ignite. Behold Kira, coder, with app revolutionizing logistics. Code flawless but servers starved. Cold pitches bombed. Generic pleas drowned in spam. Recalibration. Researched VC Elena's portfolio. Emailed, your freight tech bets reshape supply chains. My AI optimizer slashes delays 50%, 15 minutes to demo live savings. Elena's calendar opened, seed round followed, scaling to unicorn. Kira's algorithm endured, her bold request exploded it. Your blueprint gleams same. Research unlocks vaults, dissect the dynamite. Intelligence first. LinkedIn dives. Earnings calls, pain points mapped. Personalize, your Q3 pivot inspired. Align my solution there. Concise pitch. Problem proof, proposition. Market loses 2 big BLIRE to X. My tool recovers 30% pilot free revenue share post proof. Follow-up fuels, per our chat, attached metrics. Timing strikes hot irons, post-success highs, pre-crunch windows. Data roars, personalized outreach converts 5-byte blind blasts per sales labs. Feel empire's pulse quicken? It's visceral, alchemical, ideas transmuting to assets through voice. Lament stalled ventures, the supplier untapped from unphrased terms, investor bypassed by vague teasers. Those dust now fuel ascent. Envision boardrooms bending. Negotiations netting premiums, hires magnetized by opportunity. Spiritually, business mirrors creation's boom seeds of ask sprout industries. Pause, target one titan today, map their fire. Enter Victor, artisan brewer, amid craft boom. Taps dry sans distribution. Trade shows yielded nods, no deals. Bold pivot, cornered distributor, rip. Your roots saturate shelves. My hazy IPA's blind tastes topped your lineup. Exclusive regional trial, split margins, rips, yes, flooded fridges. Awards cascaded. Buyout beckoned. Victor's brew fermented same. Request, bottled explosion. From barrels to billions, business bows to boldness. Your keg ferments triumph. Amplify the arsenal. Networks surgically. Events as hunt grounds. Your keynote sparked swap war stories over coffee. Leverage referrals. Mutual friend raved your acumen. Intro to collab. Virtual volleys. Webinars. DMs laced with value. Post yes nurture. Deliver over promise. Seed referrals. Culture it. Teams trained in asks. Multiply output. Universally from startups to syndicates. Bold requests. Rewrite ledgers. CEO querying boards. Intern pitching efficiencies. Emotionally dominion dawns. No longer outsider, but orchestrator of opportunity. Gratitude for commerce's hidden hands. Now clasped. Drill now. Craft one's cold outreach. Voice it aloud. Hear its charge. Compounding requests cascade contracts. Compounding wealth cascades freedom. Your enterprise evolves, asks its accelerator. As mountains yield to miners' claim, prosperity floods your horizon. You've mastered business's bold blasts, tasted fortune's rush. Triumph anchors, ambition soars. Yet strikes invite storms. When dynamite fizzles, how do you dance through debris? Navigating rejection's forge tempers next. Stealing unbreakable resolve. Chapter 8. Navigating rejection gracefully. Envision a samurai in moonlit bamboo grove, blade flashing swift against a gale-force wind that hurls him back, robes torn. Footing lost, he rises, dust shaken, eyes unblinking, adjusting stance for the next gust, not with rage, but reverence for the storm's lesson. One final whirl, and wind yields, path clear. That gale, every no you faced or fled. Rejection isn't defeat's blade, it's nature's whetstone, sharpening your edge for glory. Grip your katana now, warrior. We're dancing through the storm together. Grace your greatest strike. This chapter alchemizes pain's sharpest edge. Rejection, the forge where masters temper unbreakable steel. Nose sting universal doors, slamming on dreams, egos bruised raw. But they're not endings, they're echoes, data etched in life's ledger. Graceful navigation pivots, gratitude first, inquiry second, evolution third. Thank the no, probe its why, refine your strike. Resilience blooms here, turning tumbleweeds of setback into tsunamis of triumph. You're not victim, you're alchemist. Feel the fire rise, this transmutes loss to legend. Let wisdom crystallize, witness aria, sculptor whose bronzes breathed life. Gallery pitch trembling in hand, curators no landed like hammer. Too raw, heart cracked, but aria bowed. Grateful for your candor, what tempers raw to refined in your vision? Feedback flowed, scale up, narrative weave. Reworked, resubmitted, solo show sold out. Aria's clay endured, grace sculpted success. Her arc illuminates rejection as chisel, not chain. Unveil the ritual. Physiology first. Breath steadies post, no cortisol crash. Averted by posture. Proud. Mindset flips. No reveals doesn't revoke worth. Immediate thanks. Appreciate your time. Insight sharpen me. Follow with curiosity. What shifted your no? 70% reveal gold. Per negotiation studies. mismatches, timings, tweaks. Log it. Rejection journal maps. Patterns predicts yes paths. Spiritually, knows mirror karmas polish. Souls refined through friction. Feel grace's cool balm, soothe old burns. Liberation dawns, rejections recast as allies. Mourn past retreats. The venture shelved sans probe. Connection ghosted unqueried. Those scars now stars guiding. Envision symphonies of setbacks. Inventors 9999 was. Birthing bulbs. Authors' desks piled refusals fueling bestsellers. Emotionally, it's phoenix flight. Ashes of ego yield wings of wisdom. Pause, summon one past no. Reframe its gift. Enter Lena. Entrepreneur pitching eco-packaging to chains. Prototypes gleaming. Buyer after buyer. Not now. Despair loomed until ritual clicked. Post no email. Thank you for review, curious. Does timing or spec sway? Responses unveiled, cost barriers, scale fears. Iterated prototypes slashed price 25%. Scaled demos. First, yes, dominoed contracts nationwide. Lena's vision persisted. Navigation navigated empire. Your prototypes gleam similarly. Probe to polish. Elevate the art. Normalize volume. Pros bat 3300. Accept 70% strikes. Celebrate inquiry. Yes, info's currency richer than instant wins. Share war stories. Circles of askers. Normalize. Accelerate. Preempt. If no fits, wisdom on better paths. Post grace. Space heals. Walk. Create. Return renewed. Universally, from athletes benched to sages, spurned. Grace gilds grit into gold. Mother's plea denied. Blooming family bonds later. Emotionally, sovereignty surges. Rejection demoted from dragon to dance partner. Gratitude cascades for life's rigorous tutelage. Right now. Target lingering no. Thank probe refine cycle. Cycles compound. 10 no's yield 3 yeses. Exponential growth. Your blade whet-stoned cleaves cleaner. As bamboo sways spent, grove serene undermooned clarity crowns your brow. You've danced rejection's gale. Emerged samurai supreme. Poise prevails. Power profound. Yet single strike seed sees. One asks waves reshaping worlds. Ripples beckon next, cascading your legacy. Chapter 9. The ripple effect of asks. Picture a single pebble arcing from your palm into a still mountain lake, shattering silence with concentric waves that lap distant shores, stirring fish from depths, birds from reeds, life awakening in endless echo. One toss, infinite motion. Now see your ask as that pebble, not isolated splash, but catalyst for cascades, reshaping landscapes. What begins as personal pleas swells to communal tide, lifting boats unseen. Feel the water rise now, listener. Your voice doesn't just seek, it summons symphonies. The ripple effect reveals asking's true majesty, multiplied miracles from one brave drop. This chapter illuminates the exponential magic. Every ask births waves that propagate beyond sight, forging networks, sparking chains of fortune. Isolation thinks linearly, ripples think legacy. Your yes inspires theirs, their action seeds another's. Communities congealing from singular courage. It's life's fractal pattern, small inputs yielding vast harvests. No longer solo swimmer, your tide turner. Awareness dawns here, your pebble holds power to flood deserts. Embrace the swell, this expands your world eternal. Let waves wash truth ashore. Meet Amara, seamstress, in dusty village. Threads masterful but markets meager. Bold ask to elder trader. Your caravans carry dreams, stock my embroidered shawls, share tales of their weave. His yes rippled, shawls sold in cities, funds bought looms, women trained, cooperative bloomed, village thrived with schools, wells. Amara's needle sparked economy, one ask irrigated lives. Her tide mirrors yours, personal gain seeding collective sea. Unfurl the physics. Social capital flows. Yes, bills trust reservoirs, prompting reciprocal drops. Network theory maps it. Weak ties, bridge worlds, one ask forging hubs. Post-yes ritual, who else thirsts for this? Amplifies exponentially. Spiritually, its karma's current give voice. Receive vortex. Science affirms. Generosity cascades. Happiness contagion spreading 3 degrees via studies. Your pebble primes pumps. Waves water wastelands. Feel expansions thrill course through. Or, at interconnectedness, grief for stagnant ponds past. Recall contained asks, favor hoarded, chain unbroken, opportunity clutched, ripples stifled. Those still waters now churn to oceans, envision legacy waves. Mentee you launch succeeds, uplifts keen, deal you broker, elevates industries. Emotionally, its transcendence, ego dissolves in greater flow. Pause, trace one past asks, unseen paths. Marvel at its reach. Behold Theo, librarian with literacy passion, shelves bare in underserved town. Asked counsel, your vision builds futures. Fund mobile book van, deliver stories door to door. Yes, launched wheels, kids devoured pages, parents read anew. Dropout rates plunged, town birthed authors. Theo's volumes voyaged, ripples rewrote destinies, from stacks to stories, unbound. One ask, authored generations. Your shelves brim similarly. Launch the fleet, intensify the current. Seed multipliers. After yes, inquire origins. How'd you learn this gift? Unearthing mentors. Celebrate publicly. Tags, thanks, testimonies, fueling flows. Scale digitally. Shares spark global tides. Cultivate ripple mindset. Every interaction potential pebble. Universally, from farmers seeding co-ops to artists collabing collectives. Asks architect abundance webs. Widows plea birthing neighborhoods. Inventors query igniting eras. Emotionally, unity unfurls. No longer atom, but ocean. Gratitude surges for humanity's hidden hydraulics, now harnessed. Initiate, now, post-victory. Probe, who next? Waves compound, 10 ripples birth hundreds. Your drop, destined deluge, as lake settles transformed, shores forever altered. Potency pulses in your palm. You've unleashed ripples, witnessed worlds remade. Harmony hums, horizon vastens, yet tides turn inward, from outward floods. How does inner abundance fuel fearless flow? That mindset rises next. Source of endless waves. Chapter 10. Asking from abundance. Envision a radiant sun cresting endless golden plains at dawn, rays spilling boundless warmth, not grasping shadows, but illuminating all in effortless glory. Flowers turn faces skyward, rivers gleam, life drinks freely from its infinite fount. Now picture yourself as that sun, not a beggar scraping crumbs, but a beacon asking from overflowing light, drawing orbits of opportunity without dimming. Scarcity hunches, claws claply, abundance stands tall, invites boldly. Feel the dawn break within you now. This shift isn't wealth, it's essence. Your inner sun rises, ready to shine requests that magnetize worlds. This chapter ignites the mindset's core furnace. Abundance, the quiet certainty that yeses multiply. No's merely rewrote rivers. Scarcity begs from lack's pit. Voice trembling, repelling riches. Abundance requests from fullness. Tone resonant, pulling plenty like gravity. It's not delusion, it's alignment with life's endless supply. Air breathed free, stars loaned nightly. Cultivate this, and asks evolve from pleas to prophecies. You're not convincing, you're channeling flow. Power pulses here. Claim your radiance, let light pierce deep. Recall Sophia, painter whose canvases captured souls, studio dim from unsold works. Scarcity gripped. Buy my art, galleries recoiled from desperation's chill. Pivot to gratitude dawn. Listed blessings, talent, health, muses. Then approached curator. My strokes, channel joy. You champion. Grace your walls with this sunset series, elevating both our lights. Yes, cascaded, shows, collectors, serenity. Sophia's brush dipped same hues. Abundance poured them, her glow guides yours. List, lift, launch, decode, the dawn. Neural pathways wire scarcity. Childhood lacks echo. Media scarcity screams. Survival mode contracts. Counter. Gratitude rewires daily tally. 10 gifts, brain shifts to expansion. Affirm silently pre-ask. Supply surges through me. Physiology aligns. Open stance expands lungs. Confidence chemicals cascade. Evidence abounds. Abundant askers close 40% higher. Per mindset studies vibe attracts vibe. Spiritually it's source connection. Universe as cornucopia. Your ask the grateful sip. Feel solar fire. Kindle chest. Ecstasy at inner vaults unlocked. Sorrow for eclipse days past. Mourn hoarded. Asks. Promotion dodged in doubt's dark. Collaboration clutched in fear's fist. Those nights yield to noons blazing. Imagine solar empire. Negotiations luminous. Networks orbiting, synchronicities swarming. Emotionally, it's godlike. Lacks lie exposed. Worth affirmed, eternal. Pause, breathe 3 gratitudes now. Sun strengthens. Witness Kai, entrepreneur eyeing expansion. Coffers lean but vision vast. Scarcity stalled, pitches. Abundance right transformed. Meditated plenty past wins. Market booms. Then to investor, our synergy births industry waves. Invest in this tide. Harvest endless swells together. Funds flowed. Partners joined. Exits multiplied. Kai's plan persisted. Mindset magnetized. From flicker to firmament. Abundance authored ascent. Your vision vaults similarly. Radiate to realize. Amplify the aura. Ritualize morning mirror. Declare I ask from infinite wells. Visualize yeses cascading pre-launch. Post-ask, regardless outcome, affirm more awaits. Surround solar. Mentors modeling fullness. Books bathing in possibility. In crises, zoom cosmic stars don't scarcity. Universally, sages from huts to halls ask thus. Farmer invoking bountiful rains, queen summoning alliances from realms' riches. Emotionally, divinity descends. Scarcity's slave freed, abundance's heir enthroned. Reverence rises for existence's extravagance, now embodied. Invoke now, frame today's ask solar. Your brilliance complements my flow, unite streams. Magnetism multiplies, yeses beget yeses, legacy luminous. As plains bask in unending day, vitality vivifies your being. You've ignited abundance, felt its boundless draw. Radiance reigns, realm remade. Yet light demands honor, with power pure. How do we wield asks without wounding, building legacies of light? Ethics illuminate next. Guiding grace. Chapter 11. Ethical asking and giving back. Behold an ancient oak in sacred grove, roots delving deep into earth's heart, branches offering shade to wanderers, fruits to birds, without tally or toll. Storms rage, yet it stands, nourished by soil, it enriches in turn. Now envision your asks as those branches extended not to plunder, but to shelter, fostering forest's eternal cycle. Power unchecked withers groves, ethics ensures they thrive for ages. Feel the roots anchor now, listener. In asking's grand art, integrity isn't restraint, it's the soil from which legacies bloom immortal. This chapter crowns the practice with conscience, ethical asking, where every request honors the giver's sovereignty, repays with rivers of reciprocity. No guile, no grasp, transparency tempers, gratitude guides, balance binds. Manipulation erodes trust's topsoil, sincere exchange tills fertile fields. Vow here, for each ask, prepare a return, elevating all in assent. You're not taker, you're steward of shared abundance. Sacred duty calls, this purifies power into purpose. Let honor's light dawn clear. Consider mirror, healer blending herbs with wisdom, clinic bustling but supplies scarce. Temptation whispered overcharged desperate souls, but ethics held. To supplier, your roots restore lives. Trade bulk sage for testimonials that draw your seekers. Yes flowed, herbs arrived, stories spread, supplier boomed. Mirrors, selves healed more. Integrity irrigated both streams. Her vow mirrors yours. Ask, clean. Give, cascading. Illuminate the code. Clarity first. Reveal full truth. No shadows. This commits X time, yields Y for us both. Consent sacred. Freely choose. No pressure. Reciprocity's rhythm. Pre-give value. Insight. Intro. Effort. Priming pure exchange. Post yes. Over-deliver. Your trust birth this. Here's bonus harvest. Spiritually, it's universal law. So ethically, reap amplified. Studies echo, trust webs yield 3x returns. Deceit dissolves dynasties. Feel virtue's verdant surge. Reverence for humanity's delicate balance. Remorse for past imbalances tilted. Lament one-sided takes. Favor snatched, sands. Thanks. Alliance drained dry. Those barren patches now verdant vistas. Picture ethical empires. Partnerships perpetual, reputations radiant. Karma compounded. Emotionally, its nobility. Ego yields to elevation. Pause. Audit recent asks. Infuse return rights. Witness Ronan. Builder crafting homes for homeless. Materials mounting but hands few. Ethics forbade exploitation. To community leaders, your guidance shapes futures. Mobilize volunteers for weekend raises. I'll train and feed, co-naming success. Hands multiplied, shelters rose, leaders honored. Ronan's vision housed thousands. Give back glued generations. From blueprint to bastion, ethics engineered endurance. Your builds beckon same foundation. Fortify the framework. Boundaries bless. Respect. Knows without grudge. Honor your know wisdom shared. Scale sustainably. Mass asks matched by mass value. Teach it. Mentor circles in ethical flow. Multiplying stewards. In crises prioritize givers good. If strain shows, withdraw gracefully. Universally. Prophets petitioned heavens purely. Merchants bartered balanced. Widow offering might. Emperor granting justly. Emotionally, exaltation emerges. Power pedestalized by principle. Legacy luminous. Adoration for life's ledger. Now led with light. Pledge now, twin every ask with gift. Your ear earns my effort. Cycles sanctify. Givers become getters. Webs weave wonders. As grove flourishes under oak's watchful crown, harmony hallows your heart. You've enshrined ethics, felt integrity's immortal embrace. Virtue victorious, vision vast. Yet mastery beckons finale, all threads woven. How do you orchestrate life's grand symphony? Final command awaits, your art ascending. Chapter 12. Mastering the Art for Life. Stand atop a wind-swept summit at world's edge, panorama unfolding, valleys verdant, rivers roaring, horizons infinite, your breath syncing with the gale that carved these wonders over eons. You've climbed from shadowed base, each step a lesson etched in stone, silence shattered, myths crumbled, yeses unlocked, fears felled. Now survey your domain, not as conqueror, but symphony's conductor, baton poised over life's grand orchestra. Feel the crescendo build within. This final ascent isn't end, it's eternal beginning. The art of asking woven through your veins now commands destinies. Raise your voice, conduct the storm. This culminating chapter fuses every thread into living mastery, asking as lifelong rhythm, pulsing through every breath, bond, battle, no longer tool, its essence, intuitive, joyous, omnipresent. We've journeyed from thief's grip to ethical thrones. Now integrate daily rituals, cement, realms expand, evolution eternal. You're transformed, not sporadic asker, but perpetual architect. Reflection ignites here. Trace your arc, claim the summit, with warmth in my voice. As your guide through these peaks, witness your sovereignty dawn. Let culmination cascade. Recall our path's pilgrims, Elena's sketches soaring, Sarah's pies prospering, Nora's words winging true. Each echo yours, silence slain birthed specificity's arrows, psychology's sparks, relational roots, business blasts, rejection dances, ripples radiating, abundance auroras, ethics enshrining all. Feel unity, disparate notes harmonize in your core. Mastery manifests when asks infuse instinct. Morning coffee query to kin, boardroom volley to peers, midnight muse to self. Life's score awaits your lead. Deepen the directive. Ritual anchors ascension. Dawn decree. Today, 3 asks. Bold and pure. Journal crescendos. Winds chronicled. Nose navigated. Ripples traced. Evolve realms surgically. Career cadenzas via quarterly quests. Loves laced with lunar longings. Self-serenades through soulful summons. Adapt octaves. Youth's fire tempers to elders' wisdom. Crises call crescendos. Spiritually it's divine baton. Universe your ensemble. Asks the score aligning stars. Science serenades. Habitual asks rewire reward circuits. Joy compounding eternally. Feel symphonic surge electrify. Reverence for the voyage. Rapture advantage gained. Lament no more silent symphonies. Stalled scripts, severed strings, subdued solos. Those voids vibrate victorious now. Envision lifelong leitmotif. Elder you recounting cascades, sparked decades prior. Progeny perpetuating the pulse. Emotionally, its apotheosis. Voyager, become virtuoso. Pause. Conduct one micro-mastery now. Ask the mirror, what note next? Harmony hums. Behold Leora, our symphony's finale face. Dancer stalled in studio shadows. Limbs locked by doubt's dirge. Our chapters choreographed her. Asked mentors mirror first, then troops tempo, agents audition, audiences applause. Knows nuanced steps, yeses, leaped acts. Ripples recruited realms. Now, theaters thunder her name. Students sway her style. Legacy leaps generations. Leora's pirouettes persisted. Art's mastery pirouetted her to pantheon. Your stage spotlit same step center. Orchestrate the opus. Diversify dynamics. Whispers woo intimates. Proclamations propel publics. Measure mastery. Yes, yield rising, fulfillment flooding. Networks nesting. Mentor multitudes. Teach the tempo. Birthing batons beyond. In twilight years, asks, evolve ethereal legacy loans to lineages, wisdom whispers to worlds. Universally, from apprentices ascending to avatars abiding, lifelong asking authors epics, child querying cosmos, sage summoning silences profound. Emotionally, exaltation envelops, from fumbling fiddler to maestro magnificent, adoration for this Odyssey's orchestra, now yours to helm, invoke instantly, pledge perpetual practice, asks my anthem daily, crescendos cascade, one habit harmonics lifetimes, as summit sun crests, zenith, valleys vibrate your victory's verse. You've mastered the art, baton blazing eternal, ecstasy eternalizes, every echo empowered. Our symphony swells to silence sublime, yet your score solos onward, infinite in cause. Thank you, conductor. The world awaits your wave. Chapter 13, Legacy of the Asker. Gaze into a vast canyon etched by relentless rivers over millennia, walls layered with stories of floods and droughts, now cradling emerald oases where life flourishes in defiant abundance. Echo's ancient waters whisper through stone, birthing springs that quench generations, yet unborn. You've become that river. Listener, your asks the currents carving canyons of change, not for fleeting floods, but enduring landscapes. What if true mastery lies beyond personal peaks, in the indelible marks you etch on time itself? Feel the stone yield beneath your flow now. This chapter unveils legacy, asking not just for now, but for eternities, your voice the chisel of immortality. This pinnacle chapter transcends self, forging the eternal legacy, where asks compound into civilizations of impact. We've mastered mechanics, now magnify to monuments, your pleas planting seeds that outlive flesh, rippling realms across eras. Isolation carves shallow scratches. Visionary asks sculpt sagas, reflect every titan towering today, traces to a foundational query. You're no longer practitioner, you're progenitor with heartfelt conviction. As your lifelong companion on this path, embrace your chisel. This legacy breathes forever. Let eternities etch unfold. Envision Zara, teacher in forgotten outpost, classrooms crumbling, minds adrift. Her ask to elders, our youth crave wings, fund library seeds. I'll sow reading rights that harvest leaders, village, yes, verdant. Books bloomed, graduates governed, schools sprouted statewide, Zara's name etched in statutes. Decades on, her great-grandchildren teach from halls she queried into being. Zara's chalk endured, legacy lavished lands. Your currents carve similarly, ask for horizons unborn. Probe the perpetuity, compounding cascades. One ask births infrastructure, institutions, ideologies, inspirations that self-perpetuate. Vision vaults time, frame requests, futuric. This plants prosperity for progeny. Documentation deepens, chronicles. Covenants codify your currents. Spiritually, its soul's signature, universe records every ripple, rewarding those who river realms. Research resounds. Legacy askers influence 7 generations per lineage law. Philanthropists petitioning policies persisting, feel immortality's infinite hume, or at ancestral echoes, ache for unmarked lifetimes past, mourn muted monuments, innovations interred unasked, wisdom's withered wordless, those silences now symphonies soaring. Picture your canyon, descendants drinking from springs you struck, societies shaped by your summons, emotionally, its transcendence, mortal coil uncoils into mythic, pause in vision one ask, echoing centuries, etch it vivid, witness Orion, inventor, amid industrial dusk, gears grinding but gridlocked by gold. Legacy lens, to guild masters, our era ends in soot, my turbine turns tides clean, seed this prototype, etch your names in energy's eternal dawn. Consortium coalesced, grids glowed green, cities cleansed, Orion's obelisk stands powering planets. From forge to firmament, legacy leveraged light. Your gears grind grandeur, strike for stars, amplify the ages. Blueprint bequests, will asks into worlds, endowments engineered, apprentices anointed, archives amassed. Collaborate cosmically, ally across eras via writings, recordings, rites. Measure millennia, track tributaries, lives lifted, lineages launched. In solitude, ask self for posterity. In multitudes, mobilize masses. Universally, seers summoned scriptures, founders framed freedoms, nomad querying north stars, architect authoring skylines, eternal. Emotionally, godhood gleams, from asker to architect of ages, veneration vaults, for time's tapestry, now threaded yours, carve now. Legacy ledger, one eternal ask. What monument today? Ripples resound realms, undrimped, as canyon cradles countless springs from your ancient flow, permanence pulses through your pulse. You've chiseled legacy, felt forever's firm grasp, timelessness triumphs, tapestry textured, yet horizons hint more, with eternities etched. How does the river reflect inward, polishing the soul's final facets? Ultimate union awaits, your essence exalted.